And now the end is near, and so I face the final curtain. My friends, I'll say it clear, I'll state my case, of which I'm certain. I've lived a life that's full. I've traveled each and every highway. Oh, and more, much more than this. I did it my way. This song was the inspiration for my third essay of this class, for the Module 3 essay. It's titled Your Way. I almost said my way. The message of that essay is urging the reader to do things their way, to live life their own way. When we start living, we are tiny creatures, and we're told from the beginning what to do. Even here, my older brother, whom I love, tells me, look at the camera, forces me. This is where you're going to look right now, Eric. And then we get into school. We go into school, most of us, but we don't choose to go to school. We're just put into school. Sometimes you have to go on a field trip to the one-room school and dress up like the one-room school kids used to dress up, to see how they went to school. Eventually you graduate. Most people graduate when they're 18, and you're supposed to be an adult and free. You don't have to ask your friend to buy you cigarettes anymore, for example. But even that's kind of iffy, because when at that point you're told now you have to go to school. Like, that's the next thing. You don't have to anymore, but you kind of have to. It's like, WTF, I thought I've just finished school. I just did that for 12 years. Some people give it to you straight. They tell you the world is yours. But some of those people are you kind of wonder if they're trustworthy. What is that huge mound of powder, Mr. President? They just say, don't worry about it. Sometimes your mother may have told you when you were a kid, don't think about philosophy too much or your eyes will look like Jean-Paul Sartre's. But really, that's not what Jean-Paul Sartre is supposed to be known for. He's supposed to be known for existentialism, and he says whatever you do is going to be the right thing. So it's a little bit more reassuring when you get to Jean-Paul Sartre. Then you get to Denzel Washington. It's even more reassuring. Denzel says fall forward, because you're going to fall in life. Don't fall backwards. It's better if you fall forward, and when you plant your face into the earth. It's more desirable that way. Cersei from Game of Thrones, of course she does it her way. No one can argue that. And she's uncompromising in doing it her way, and often sadistic. But there is something admirable, I think, about that. I could see an argument against it, though. Brittany famously did it her way. Just got fed up with people telling her what to do. At some point, enough was enough, and she did it her way. So kudos to her. To do it your way, you got to be able to relax. And a lot of people use marijuana to relax, or alcohol. Some people in our class even did their presentations on legalizing marijuana. And marijuana will help you relax, no question about that. But there's other things that also help one to relax, like weightlifting, for example. If you get some heavy weight up above your head and do some squats, that really fatigues the body and facilitates relaxation. Running, body movement, really using your muscles. Reading is relaxing. When you read what you want to read and not what you're told you have to read, that's relaxing. Yoga is relaxing, although I'm a little bit embarrassed to say that I do yoga, to be honest, but it is relaxing. Listening to music is relaxing, and singing, especially singing while listening to music, is the most relaxing. You probably don't remember how relaxed you were at the beginning of this video when I was singing to you, but you were relaxed. It's actually science that you were relaxed and that it is relaxing. This guy, Dr. Stephen Porges, speaks and writes a lot about how it's scientifically relaxing and how when we evolved from reptiles to mammals and the jawbone disconnected and became the middle ear and the ossicles and the vagus nerve. No one really knows what he's talking about, but it is science, so there's something to be said for that. It's empirical. Ultimately, the world is yours. It's true. It usually will not end up like it did for Tony Montana. Most of the time, you're not going to collude with a foreign government to obtain the presidency, but the world really is yours. Given that it's yours, what do you do with it? I think you should do whatever you want. And I certainly think that you should do it your way.